In pop culture and cinema, hibernation and freezing have been used as a plot mechanism.
What the?
Sometimes it's to move humans great distances, like you see in the movie Alien. Other times it's to move somebody through time, to freeze them in place or hibernate them until they can wake up later. We see this in movies like Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone being put on ice. Incino Man, where Brendan Fraser plays a caveman, awoken after a kid digs for a pool.
Dave!
But also things like Futurama, where Fry is transported to the year 3000 by being frozen accidentally as a delivery boy. Captain America does this even. I even did a podcast about the science of freezing and how Captain America might be able to survive this. We see this in very serious films and comic books, but we also see it in more comedic events and comedic movies too, like Idiocracy or Austin Powers. But this has been a staple for film for a long time. There's a classic kaiju movies of Japan that usually dealt with some kind of environmental disaster, usually nuclear, awakening a monster. And here we'll see Gamera being awoken in the high north, all the way north of Alaska, and coming back to life. And in our next clip, we'll also see that with the Deadly Mantis. Both films feature ectotherms, in one case a giant turtle, and in the Deadly Mantis a giant insect, both coming to life after being frozen for thousands to maybe millions of years, encased in ice in the high north. So here we are in the Arctic, north of Alaska. And there we see in the ice the Deadly Mantis slowly thawing, getting ready to wreak havoc in Alaska again. And here we see that nuclear explosion awakening Gamera. And there we have the mighty Gamera. So we use freezing and hibernation a lot in film, but we're going to look in this class about how we might use it in reality and how we could use hibernation and different ways animals survive winter to help us survive space travel, to survive traumatic injuries, or even to preserve organs for transplant later.
Frickin' freezing in here, Mr. Bigglesworth.
Welcome to our class. I hope you have a wonderful time.